Oklahoma linemen have had a busy few weeks as they work overtime to bring the lights back on in Florida. Crews on Hurricane Milton restoration missions returned home over the weekend. 2 News Oklahoma's Steph Manchin spoke to one of the men who says helping others in times of need like this is just what they do.
I did. I looked on there and checked the outages, and it was like 3.5 million. And I was like, oh man, we're going to be down here for a couple weeks.
With back-to-back hurricanes beating down on Florida, PSO sent their linemen out to help restore the state's power. Cameron Heifel just got back into town after an almost 2-week stint, lending a hand after Milton ripped through communities there. He and his team stayed in Alabama the night before landfall, before moving in to start repairs.
So Hurricane Milton was forecasted to be so much worse than it ended up being. Did you have any hesitations driving down to Florida?
I didn't know what we were going to see. I'd seen some videos of the Florida governor saying like, evacuate now, or I think he said, or you'll die, like something extreme like that. And I was like, are we going to see some bodies or something? I didn't know, rolling down there like what we're going to see.
Heifel and his team set up about 30 miles east of Tampa, so they didn't encounter the worst of it. Still, there was a lot to be done.
We were for Tampa Electric, and I think they have 800,000 total customers, and they had 650,000 out, so almost every one of their customers was out. We got everybody on in about 7 days.
It was 11 long days for this crew in the aftermath of the natural disaster, but they kept their focus on the bigger picture and why they were there in the first place.
They're so used to having electric at a light switch every day, and they don't have it for a few days, and they're like, oh man. And you get everything fixed and back on for them, and they're just extremely grateful for that.
Before PSO left the state at the end of last week, almost every customer's power had been restored. Steph Manchin, 2 News, Oklahoma.